you dated one of Shaq's exes and you couldn't feel the shoes, literally or figuratively?
Nah, yeah, man.
Why would you do that?
Don't ever fuck out the Shaq. That's the point. Like, don't do it.
Why would you do that?
I didn't know at the time. She told me later. After I got up, I was like, man, that was real hollow. That was real hollow. Why was that so hollow? I'm whistling in this one. Just nothing.
Come on.
Nathan. Touch nothing. Oh, nothing at all. And I was like, so I was just like, yeah, so who did you used to deal with? She told me, and I was like, get the fuck out of here. I said, that's
you should have told me that before.
Dude, she told me, she should tell everybody before. She should tell everybody. She should go, hey, my name is such and such, and you know I fucked with Shaq. And I was traumatized. I was traumatized. And Jack, I'm telling you, nobody. If she fuck with Shaq, just keep it moving.
Hollow. Just the thought of that. Hello. Yeah. Shut up. Y'all know y'all like that shit. There's a lot of niggas don't butt where they go up in as long as they go up inside. Good evening. What's up? How y'all doing? JQ, how are you? I'm doing great on this Friday evening. We are on episode 35. Yeah. I ain't did nothing really today, but get my weekend together. This weekend I'll be hanging out with one of my homies. He's getting ready to move out of town. So, not out of town, but out of state. To somewhere else, on to bigger and better things. So, before he leave out next weekend, we're gonna turn up this weekend. So we going out tonight and tomorrow night. So I got that together. So now I done got everything together, got the house straight. I done came in here to get some of these topics out on this Friday evening. Man. Y'all, I'm so excited, y'all. Just for being at number 35, man. Just staying consistent. Consistent in a month and a half. You know, I've seen a big change and growth in myself. And I would like to thank God on today for today. I would like to thank God for opportunity. I would like to thank God for me being in the right state of mind to stay consistent. And also, I want to thank God for protecting me and keeping me safe, keeping me on track. Yes, God, you working on me, and I'm coming a long way, God. I'm coming a long way. But we're going to get into some of these topics today. First topic on the board, Vivica Fox responds to fans concerned about her cheeks. She said, I'm smiling and I'm happy. Let's see what she's talking about.
In my womanhood, feeling comfortable saying I'm 60, not like, oh, don't say my age. I admired women like Sophia Loren, Tina Turner, you know,
Angela Bassett. I know you did an interview. You said of Tina Turner to Angela Bassett to Pam Grier, who we both love so much. You said you've compared them to fine wine because it gets better with time.
Yes. I actually named my production company after Pam Grier, Foxy Brown. So my production company is Foxy Brown Productions. Yeah. Just because the first beautiful, strong woman I saw on screen was
I agree. I think that might have been the first too. Okay. And now watch it. So we love.
So a fan saw this video and said, is it me or do I think something is wrong with her cheeks? Aging is okay. See, folks be trying to take slick jabs. They do. But aging is okay. So Vivica responded and said, smiling and happy. Geez, no worries. I'm good, darling. Y'all leave Vivica alone. She's aging. And when you age, sometimes you gain weight in your face. Sometimes you gain weight other places. Look like she over there eating real good. She ain't got no kids. She ain't got no man. She's a very successful actress. Hell, she ordering room service and going on vacation and not thinking about her weight and stuff like that. She happy. I know that's damn right, shoot. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no husband or no man to worry me. All my money is mine. I'm very successful in acting. Hell yeah. Whatever I want to do, I'm gonna be 60 years old, 60 years old. I'm finna do what the fuck I want to do. So shout out to Vivica Fox. I like her. And she's a beautiful woman. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Shout out to Vivica Fox and keep smiling. Don't let these trolls out here get to you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them get to you. Yeah. It will. It will. Ooh, that's so good. Y'all know I drank water yesterday. Cause I told you I need me a little hydration. Now that I got hydrated, I went back to the coffee and how I missed that. My zen. Joe Budden gracefully bows out of beef with DDG. I want to have some mercy for him. Now, before I talk about that, I think he probably bowed out gracefully because DDG had a conversation with somebody and he don't too much like the fact that Joe Budden came for him. And I y'all know we discussed this before. We discussed this last week. You know, DDG broke up with Hallie and he came out and told the world that they were no longer together. And they had both decided to go their separate ways. So, and Joe Budden came on his podcast and said, who the fuck is DDG? Why the fuck am I even talking about him? And said a couple of things about the man he ain't like it, and he been at his throat ever since. So, that's probably why he bowing out. But I'm finna let y'all hear the conversation that DDG done had over here.
Your deadbeat dad. Wait. Yes, he's a deadbeat dad.
And he was talking on your situation with your baby mama?
Yes.
Why?
I'm the best dad in the world. He's a deadbeat. I have no respect for deadbeats, bro. Like, it's just like, I just don't have respect for deadbeats.
I can't be.
And
nice
you can tell that he a deadbeat just by how he talk.
Like,
Yeah, but he a deadbeat dad.
That's
That's why I don't really have respect for Joe Budden. I did a little research. You a deadbeat dad.
I know you.
Yeah. And y'all know how social media can get real sticky. Especially in the little situation we got going on with Didi. Yeah, so DDG came out and said he a deadbeat dad. Dig a little further, y'all know how these the youth is, these young YouTubers and stuff like that. They putting out stories, so it's nothing for him to get up with the child and get the story. And before you know it, y'all on Joe Budden's ass. Let's hear what Joe Budden got to say.
It's me, but y'all too. He was kind to Melissa. He only shot at her a little bit. He said, you a girl, so I'm not going to kill you.
Thank you.
I do appreciate that in digital warfare.
That's nice.
It means you may be a little immature, but you're not all the way stupid. Also, he's put some younger kids on. Some members of his family that are doing really well.
Yeah, Jay always tell me that.
Little kid, my little brother told me. Yeah. Even in him following my girl and doing all of that kookamani, cloudy shit, he kept the kids out of it. He kept my girl out of it. He kept my baby moms out of it. He tried, but for the most part, it was a fair little whatever he's doing. And the same way I don't know shit about him, he clearly don't know shit about me. So, do I want to come in here and use my powers for evil and fucking just end this nigga for sending all these bots my way? And he got an emoji. They was putting some little... they was putting something. I was like, oh, look at you. You go. You go. Yeah, so I do want to have a little bit of mercy for him. Like, he clearly is just a little immature and maybe have been tagged lame. But at 27, I was immature and tagged lame. So I ain't gonna kill the guy.
Yeah, I told y'all And I ain't even watched that clip. Y'all know how I do. I save it. I come in here and discuss it with y'all. I told y'all, he's smart. Do damage control now. Stop playing fire with these kids, because y'all see how shit going left. All it takes is for one little story and one little narrative to get out, and boom. Everything that you don't work so hard for is now going left. So, Joe Budden, good job, grown man. Stay out of it with these fucking young adults. They with all the shits that grown folks ain't got time for. I'm with Joe Budden. Apologize. Yeah, I don't even think he apologized, but just acknowledge him. And maybe they went and gave him a little research on DDG, because DDG, like I told y'all better go check his resume. He's not no broke ass man. That man is not broke. And like he said, I told y'all this last week, I watched him put a lot of people on. A lot. Especially the young crowd. The people that are younger than 27. I think he's 27, 26. So people who are younger than that, teenagers on up in between, they follow DDG. And he give away a lot of strategies about how to actually make money. Not the shit y'all be seeing online. They be scamming y'all. Ways to actually get money and stay consistent and get it. I applaud you, DDG. You know what I'm saying? For standing up. You know. Because sometimes the old niggas be feeling themselves and think they can just say what the fuck they want. And they ain't how it working out here. All right, we're going to move right along.
Very carefully. Follow me as I go, because it's very important. My best friend contract is with you and I, and not you plus your significant other. And it breaks my heart to see many female friendships actually hit the rocks because of this mistake that a lot of us females make. I understand, he's your guy, you guys are best friends. When you guys took the vows, two became one, so therefore he has to know everything that is going on. But if you love your friends and you really want to have them in your lives and you cherish your friendship, however long or however short the friendship has been, because friendship is not a thing of years. Longevity, as I grow older, doesn't define a solid friendship. I think protecting them should come second to none, as you want to protect that man, right? And if your best friend confides in you about something that she's going through or something that is happening in her life, about the guys, I said guys, because if she's seeing guys, nobody's here to judge anybody that are on her case, whatever she's doing with her life, your husband or your boyfriend should not be privy to that information, because guess what? He's not her best friend, right? And sometimes you now wonder how, when you now say you're going to hang out with this friend, your man has an issue. It's the things you tell him. While it's so good and so fun, while you're kicking caca, and it's okay to say, oh, she's dating this person. Oh, that's the guy that bought her this. Oh, that's the person she's hanging out with. My business is none of his business. Okay, the same way you protect him and you never want to air his dirty laundry out there to me, your best friend, is the same way you shouldn't want to do mine. Honestly. And even if you confide in me about your man, I would not discuss your man with my man, because I'm sorry, I think that all these things can just be avoided. I've heard too many stories of females now saying things like, oh, my man just there acting strange. He used to like her before. All of a sudden, guys are like, you can't hang out with that person. She's a whore. Or you can't do. It's the things you say. Honestly. Sometimes you guys just get yourself so carried away that you start to air your best friend's business. And he has friends. He has people he knows that are not, he's not bound by loyalty to keep her secrets. So if he sat somewhere and talking about her, he can give a cent or two. And then guess where that cent or two came from? You, talking about your friend. Resist the urge. There's no need. And don't come at me. My man is mature. He can handle this. No. Let's stop doing that. May the Lord bless you. I know couples gossip at night.
Your partner is not privy to information your friend shares with you. I 100% agree with this post. Oh, I'm getting hot, y'all. I gotta take off this damn shirt. Oh, shit. Holy damn, lights hot as fuck. Getting hot flashes and shit. Don't y'all hate them hot flashes and shit? Damn. I agree with her. I agree with her 100%. And she said this is for women. Ladies, nobody should have to tell y'all this. Y'all are grown. Some women don't act like they adults at all. Like, some of y'all know y'all be dead wrong. But since you grown, you're going to pull it and you be wrong. Just because you grown don't mean that you could just be flat out out here being wrong. Like, she told me her business. Like, I could tell who the fuck I want to tell. Excuse me. I wish you would have warned me. Warn me and let me know that you gonna go and tell your man all my business. Warn me. That is so dirty. That's so dirty. And then, like she said, then you wonder why your man be looking at her, all sideways, or looking at you all sideways, like, look at what you just told me. And you the one hanging out with her. Just saying, y'all should want to keep that private with your friend. And I would never, because my friendship with somebody, that's why, the homies is different. Way different. We go to playing dumb. You know what I'm saying? We don't even bring that to you. Especially if you know the person. Because we know how women is. They're gonna talk. They're gonna talk. Y'all remember how Candy and Phaedra fell out? See, this is a decent example. Phaedra found out on television, allegedly, that Candy knew about the missing motorcycles that the feds came to her house looking for. Okay? Candy knew her husband was hiding the bikes. Did she come and tell Phaedra her husband's business? No. Even though Apollo them met Candy and Todd through Phaedra. So, just saying. I wonder how much of Phaedra's business Candy had told her man. How y'all, y'all saw how Apollo and stuff was moving. That's questionable. That's why I'm like, somebody was talking to their man at night about their motherfucking best friend. Because now we see that has been pulled. And then when they be pulling shit and commented on stuff, like she said, why do they even get to add a comment? Why they even get to pull it? Because you done told them something. Totally agree. Ladies, keep your business with your friends to yourself. Even if you fall out. If you fall out with your friend, do not go tell nobody their business. Have some decent type of loyalty. You want other friends. Because if I was your other friend and I saw that you fell out with your best friend or a good friend of yours and you start telling me all their business, I'm telling you now as your friend, I will stop you somewhere along the way and say, hey, friend, that's your friend. I don't want to hear your friend's business. Don't do that. Now I look at you, funny friend. Why was you even doing that? Like, come on. And then I would know, be careful. Have y'all heard? Tiny and Shekinah ain't no longer cool. Now, apparently it's already been out there. And I'm late. But I had no idea that Tiny and Shekinah was not cool anymore. Apparently, there was a lawsuit that I do remember. I did a little research, just as little. I ain't really read a whole story on it. There was a lawsuit where someone named Sabrina was suing T.I. and Tiny and Shekinah. Now, I ain't know about that part. I knew about C.I. and Tiny, but I did not know that Shekinah was involved in the lawsuit. And she was alleging some stuff. Shekinah came to Tiny's defense, and I guess the fans of the world tore her up. They tarnished her brand. They put all kind of lies out about her, and Tiny did not come out and say anything. Didn't defend her or anything. And for that, Shekinah chopped her. So we're going to hear a little bit of what Shekinah got to say on why she let Tiny go as a friend.
She was just like, yeah, it's nothing about nothing. If you my friend, Scrapping, you ask me to stand up for you, and I go stand up for you, and then the world come against you and take you out, I'm going to have to come back and stand for you. I'm going to have to let the world know, listen, this girl don't know nothing about my business. She was trying to help me out as a friend. I'm not going to let the world bash you. I don't have a husband, and I'm not jealous of nobody who has one. But I'm standing on my own.
I don't have one either.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm standing on my own, Scrappy. I don't have a backbone. God is my backbone and me.
Right.
So I have to still pay my light bill, my water bill. Tamika never took care of me.
Right.
I never was one of those clout chasing friends or a leeching friend where she had to pay my light bill and make sure I was straight. I always wanted to be a leader. Yeah. So even when we go to the restaurant, I pull out my tab, tick on my card, because I want you to swipe my card because I'm making my own money.
Yeah.
God bless the child that got his own, not the leecher.
Yeah,
right.
For real.
So I never was that person. I worked for everything.
Some leeches get blessed. Do you think she was like sitting back?
Right, but I'm just saying I worked for everything that I had. Nobody gave me anything. I don't know what it feel like.
Yeah. That's
all I'm saying. So for me to have to go through all that pressure and watch the world turn on me, for me just really trying to take up and help somebody else,
yeah.
And then I'm in a lawsuit, and then when I called her and told her about the lawyer and stuff, it was just a lot. And I remember giving her a text message like, hey, I don't want to be your friend anymore. It was too much. I had endured too much. I really, really had. So I politely told her I don't want to be. People think that she cut me off, but that's wrong. I'm not. I disconnected from the relationship because I did not want to be bothered anymore. It was too much stress on me, and I had to go and find me and find my life, whichever way that was gonna be. My life is not her life, her husband, her kids, and her family. Wish all of them well, but I have a life. I'm a grown woman. And then when all this stuff started happening, I was 36 years old.
I heard what Shekinah had to say. Shekinah, like she said, she texted Tiny and told Tiny she did not want to be Tiny's friend anymore. Dang, I liked y'all friendship. I liked y'all friendship a lot. But sometimes in friendship, there are things that we don't know about. There are things that friends go through that we don't see often a lot. My brother, who I haven't seen in a long time, he's not my real brother, but he's my brother. I still call him my brother. We are no longer best friends, but I still love him. I still love him, and I still wish him the best. But we just outgrew each other, and we had differences. And that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes you outgrow people, and you have no hard feelings for them. And no hard feelings towards them. You still love them, you still wish them the best, and you still pray for them. When you see them out and about, you'll still be cordial. But as far as y'all still being friends, it can suck your energy dry, especially when you're feeling so strongly about something and they're disagreeing with you. That's what it's kind of like, well, I'm not going to make you see things how I'm going to see things. I can't make you respect me and my feelings. So the best thing for me to do is to remove myself from the situation. It's overbearing. So I can kind of, see how Shekinah feels. I don't know exactly how Shekinah feels because I'm not Shekinah. But, I've had a situation with someone who's really, really close to me, who I grew up with since I was young, and we grew apart from each other. And that's okay. That's okay. It's called growing up and maturing and being honest with yourself. Because you don't need nobody but you and God. Don't never attach yourself to somebody and you cannot break away. Or you feel like you have to stay. Shekinah has her own money. I agree. You take care of you, girl. Shout out to you, Shekinah. Shout out to Tiny. I like Tiny. I thought they won allegedly, I thought they won against Sabrina. And Sabrina got to pay them some type of fees or something like that. I got to go look up that. But allegedly, I think they won against Sabrina. So I don't know. Maybe Tiny was like that. Like, I don't have to come to nobody's defense. The truth will come out, Shekinah. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Tiny was one of those friends that felt like she don't have to get on the internet and address this in due time. Like all the lawsuits they've had. They've had sex allegations and all kind of stuff pinned against them. So then they've won each time, without over speaking. They never really addressed it. The only time they be addressing lies is when it come to their kids. When it come to their kids, they all up in the camera. They all in their business, as they should be as parents. But you know what I'm saying? Other than that, she probably didn't feel like she had to come out and address anything. You know how folks is. They going to believe what they believe. They going to say what they want. So shout out to you too, and really shout out to Shekinah for, just taking charge of her own life and doing what's best for her. That's hard for a lot of people to do. All right, we're going to move right along to the next topic. Remember the other day, y'all, I showed y'all a picture and gave y'all an update on Judge Mathis' divorce status. And he was out with his wife and one of his grandchildren, and they looked like they were having a great time. And it looked like they were in a great place. So we have an update on that because we didn't hear him say anything. He just was smiling in a picture with her and said they was having in a video with her. He was smiling in a video with her and said they were having a great time. That was it. So it says Judge Mathis claims he has almost reconciled with his wife after rescheduling all the prior engagements due to his filing for divorce. He said, "I haven't left home since the time I got in trouble." So let's hear what he got to say.
We're doing well.
Okay.
We'll be reconciled shortly.
Oh, okay, so it's going good then.
Going very well.
So there is a chance that you guys could really reconcile, and how long do you think that will take? Or?
I think it's more than a chance. It'll take a few more months for me to stay home. I haven't left home since the time I got in trouble with her in terms of not being home. I haven't left home. I put off all my speaking engagements around the country. So I'm home with my wife, and we're doing fine, and I'm enjoying it, and she is too.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so what's the secret for dudes who need to get their girls back?
They have to put them first. You have to put them first, and you have to attend to their needs. Can't be neglectful. Can't be arrogant. You got to take them out. You have to court them. It's not over after 10, 15. You got to do it all the way out. So that's the secret, guys. Keep her first. Keep her engaged. Make sure you're connected to you.
Shout out to Judge Mathis. I told y'all I was going to say a prayer for them. He was very sincere about getting his wife back. And he looks much happier, healthier that they're getting their relationship back together. And he's absolutely right. When you're wrong and you want to get them back, pay attention to them. Court them. Love on them. Show them more attention. That's right. That was some great advice he gave to the fellas, that you can't be arrogant. You can't. You got to court your wife, and then they've been together for so long. Some of y'all need to make it work. It don't be that bad. Just make it work. Whatever he did for his wife, I'm happy for them, and I'm proud of him. Shout out to Judge Mathis. Is societal pressure to have children unfair and realistic? All right, y'all. Y'all know I'm always coming with the topic. Is societal pressure to have children unfair and realistic? Let's see.
Like, society puts a lot of pressure on women, Black women especially, to have children. And I just have no desire. I don't want to birth it. I don't want to raise it. I don't want to send it to college. I like to be able to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, and on my own time. If I want to go to Africa tomorrow and pet a giraffe, I can do that because I don't have no kids. So I appreciate the ability to be able to have kids and how beautiful that is for some people. But for me, I appreciate my freedom, and I feel like that's beautiful too.
Women get so much slack about wanting kids or not wanting kids. Y'all understand that we can't have a complete life without having children, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like men don't get this same pressure. If you don't have, well, you get a different kind of pressure, child.
Yes,
They
we
say
do
something
get
else about y'all when y'all don't have kids.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah.
If they don't, they start questioning men's sexuality.
Thank you.
When you don't have a child.
Yeah.
And they be like, oh, what's wrong with you? You must like me. You know what I'm saying? So we get it too. On
Do you like it? Do you like how that feels?
I got a kid.
You do.
You know what I do. I got a baby. You know?
Did you feel pressure to have one by a certain age? Did you feel pressure to have a kid by a certain age?
Not
or
the
you didn't
pressure
feel
you
complete?
talking about.
I'm just asking.
As Black men, do y'all feel more pressure to have children because of this legacy or whatever it is that y'all want to leave behind? Is that something that y'all experience as Black men?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Especially not only do we have the pressure of a legacy, we also have the pressure of having a boy. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like I know guys who have kids and they only have girls, and I know that they feel the society pressure of, oh, your girl's gonna get married and lose the name, or you have the pressure of continuing your family's name. So yeah, we get that.
What if your child's legacy is a serial killer? What if your child end up being, then that's gonna be your legacy. So
Damn.
I mean,
I'm just throwing it out there.
No, it could, but I'm saying when I say legacy, I'm not saying what he's gonna do. It's just having somebody with your last name. If you like an only child and you're a boy, your family is putting pressure on you for the name to continue. So that's why they be like, oh, you need to have a boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the pressure of being a provider, being the head of a household. So you see a lot of dudes, they get pressure from their moms, their grandmothers. They're like, yo, it's time for you to get a family. Stop playing around. So you get that. You get it's time to create your family so you can kind of, like Zach said, move on with the legacy.
I feel like society puts a lot.
Great. That was great. That was great advice from the men. I ain't know they put pressure on women to have the baby. I know some grandmothers do. When you gonna give me a grandbaby? When you gonna give me a grandbaby? But I thought they put pressure on women finding a good husband. Nowadays, they look at women. Oh, you ain't got no man. Or you ain't been married. Or you ain't married by now. And see, men, they don't question them. Oh, you ain't found no wife. They don't do that to men. But women, you ain't got married. They don't pressure men to get married. Hold on. We don't get no pressure to be married. So I did not know that women receive some of the same pressures that men receive. I didn't know that. Women have all rights to their body. So I didn't know, we in the days of abortion and stuff like that. So I didn't know that nobody's pressuring their body to have a baby. Because from the looks of it, they trying to get them babies up out of here. From the looks of it, they're trying to get these babies up out of here whenever they think they done enter. That's what it look. They trying to throw up abortion clinics, everything, get them up out of here. So I don't know who in the hell is pressuring them to have no babies, because it's not hard for these women out there to have babies. Not for me. Not at the abortion rate we seen. No jab, no pun, just saying, just speaking of facts. But back to what she was saying, the society, I did not know that women were receiving that type of pressure. But I'm going to speak on the men's pressure. Yes, a lot of things they said were true. If men don't have children by a certain time or age, people do start questioning their sexuality. Yeah. Also, if you having too many girls. Yeah. And it's true what he said. They do put a lot of pressure on us men. My grandfather, God rest his soul, my grandfather, Joe Black, he's no longer here. But he was the best old school Southern grandfather, real strict with a mighty whip. And one of the first things, before he died, he started having these real serious conversations with me. So I remember one Sunday we went to church with him and he had cooked food. We came back and ate with him. And he pulled me outside and he said, son, when you gonna get married? I was like, huh? He said, son, you need to find your girl. and marry and get you some kids. Well, I said, Papa, I ain't thinking about no kids right now. I want my 20s to be to myself. That's what I told my papa. I said, Papa, I understand kids come with a big responsibility. My sister had 4 kids at that time. So I was like, Papa, kids come with a big responsibility. I want my 20s to be for me. My 20s is me being a young adult. I never get that back. I never get it back. So I told him, I said, my 20s to myself. He said, no, son. He said, get you some kids. You don't know how long you going to be here, son. He said, but guess what? If you ever slip around and God called you in the ground, but your DNA still here on earth. He said, but you gotta get you some boys. You hear me, son? I said, yes, sir, I hear you. He said, you know why? When you die, your DNA still here. Your DNA is in the nutsack. Them girls, they gonna go off and get married to other men and get bread. They're gonna take that man's name in and inherit that man's last name. And their children is gonna go on to be a part of that man's family. There'll be an extension because of the mom, but they're not really holding our last name like that. The only way to hold the last name is through the boys. Because the boys don't get married off. The boys are whole. The boys bring people into the family. The women go out and extend themselves to other men in their families. It's always been like that. And so my granddad, a year before he died, had that conversation with me. And shortly after that, he called Alzheimer's. And everything he would say just ran through my head. Son, you got to get some kids. To this day, everything he says to me, and he's telling the truth. I'm preparing myself now to start me a family in the future and get me some kids, get me some boys. Because he's right. When it's time for me to get up out of here, I want my DNA to still be right here. So I got a chance to come back. Just like my granddaddy told me. The only way to come back, son, is if your DNA still here. Somewhere in my seed's nutsack, it's my DNA. It's me swarming around up in there. He also told me, my papa said, boy, I wish we all could just sit back and see our whole family tree that date hundreds and hundreds of years back. He mean pictures. He wanted us to sit back and see pictures of all the men and the women in our family so that we can see our face somewhere in there. And when he said that, my brain opened up like, Papa, you telling the truth. This how we come back. This how we come back. Our energy's not wasted. Nothing's wasted here in this universe. Nothing. But in order for my energy to come back around again, I already got to have put energy and left it here. That's the seed. I put some energy and I left a piece of me already here floating around in this realm. So that's the pressure that I have tied on top of me. I gotta find somebody and start a family with them. And put all my teachings into my seed so they can put it into their seed and their seed and their seed. And one of those seeds, you'll see my face into this world all over again. And I think that's the rebirth of it all. Like, you get to live a whole new life, a real one, not a fabricated one that you know about your past life. Nah, a real one with a real opportunity, fresh mindset, fresh outlook. Features the same though. That's why I said I wish I could see my family tree. I bet you I see this smile, this face up in there. Back then, I get a glimpse of how I look, what I was doing. That's why family portraits is so important now. So your children can go back and look at where they come from. See themselves again. So good job on this debate, y'all. I like this. I like this a lot. Tesla debuts new Optimus robots that can reportedly do anything.
Year. So if you extrapolate this, you're really going to have something spectacular, something that anyone could own. So you could have your own personal R2-D2 C-3PO. And I think at scale, this would cost something like, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000. Probably less than a car is my prediction long term. Now, take us a minute. At scale, the Optimus robot, you should be able to buy an Optimus robot for, I think, probably $20,000 to $30,000 long term. So, and what can it do? It'll basically do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids. It can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks, whatever you can think of, it will do. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I think this will be the biggest product ever of any kind. Yeah.
A little louder. Can we do rock, paper, scissors? Rock, paper, scissors, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, you looked at me. Okay, we'll do it again. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you got me. Okay, best of 3. One more. Okay. Okay, best.
Optimus. It's insane. It's even talking. Say hi to my friend John.
John? Where's John?
Right here.
Oh, hello, John.
How are you? That's crazy. I'm talking to a robot. From San Jose. Probably from where you were born in Silicon Valley.
Wonderful. Where do you live in San Jose? Do you live in Mountain Valley or do you live in the Santa Teresa area?
No, I live in Los Gatos.
Los Gatos. Oh, wonderful. Very
Yeah.
nice area.
Where do you live?
Beautiful hiking I hear out there.
There is. Where do you live?
I live in Palo Alto at the current moment.
Figures. Yeah, this is awesome.
That's where they train us, that's where we get our builds, and that's where we work with a wonderful group of people.
What's the hardest thing about being a robot?
Trying to learn how to be as human as you guys are. And that's something I try harder to do every day, and I hope
Optimus.
people here today.
It's insane. It's even talking.
Say hi to my friend John. John?
They have robots out here. They're talking, their movement, they're imitating human movement and human inflections and the way we talk and things like that. I think this is dope. Like, we're getting to a stage where people servicing other people, it's becoming more of a chore to other people instead of a service. A lot of people are complaining about doing certain things, or they're half doing it. They're not putting 100% in at all times. It's a 50-50. They complain about pay, things like that. So I think this will be great to assist us in our daily lives. Hands down. It's like paying for an assistant. From what we saw, is watering plants, is picking up mail, it said it can teach your children. Like, I don't know about babysit. Your children, but teach, yes. I don't know about driving cars either. But y'all understand the gist. Like, if I need you to help prepare food, wash dishes, empty the trash, something like that, lift a box, get something out the attic. If you can do this as a robot, go do it. And it does look weird because we are right smack dab in the future. We are witnessing stuff that we've seen on TV that are like, that's way thousands of years, 100 years, hundreds and hundreds of years in the future. It's like we just took a big old leap and boom. It could be overwhelming, but I think this is great for society. Man, y'all better wake up and evolve with the time. I know I am. It's taking a little adjustment because I'm a true 90s baby. But I'm definitely evolving with the times, and I'm accepting the fact that now we have robots that are finna be out here functioning. My only thing is I don't want it to be like iRobot, where all the robots just switch, which I can see happening. And that's going to be scary. I hope they already are creating precautions so that that won't even happen. I'm excited about these new robots that we got coming out. I'm going to possibly get me one. Not now, but in the next 5 to 10 years, I'm definitely getting one because I need for them to test it out and go through the kinks and stuff first. And I hope they build one for agriculture and construction, building, like actually helping me with man labor. They build something like that. Oh, it's on and popping. I might buy me like 4 or 5 of them. And we can get to work on something for real. Shout out Elon Musk for making this possible for all of us to experience. I watched a little bit of it yesterday for the We Robot event and that they had Cyber Cab, where you can call you a cab and there's no driver. Totally driverless. It comes pick you up. And like right now, the average ride in a taxi cab is $1 to $2 per mile. He's gonna try to make it somewhere to where it could be 5 cents to 20 or 30 cents a mile. So it's gonna be a lot cheaper for you to travel through the cyber cab. He also has working on something else where we have like a cyber van type thing where you have 20 or less people you're trying to transport all at one time. That's going to be a total electric car with no driver at all. So, and then he had robots that were dancing cohesively and stuff like that. Like, I was amazed. I was like, wow, I wish I had me a ticket to go to one of these things. Then I saw 2 Chainz there. 2 Chainz talk with the robot and stuff. Liked all that. I know y'all might be freaked out, but it's just a machine like any other machine that we use. It's not a real human. It's not real. It cannot do other than what it's been programmed to do. I can see some people right now hating the robot. I wouldn't hate. You don't hate when the robot fuck up. Can't hate the robot who programmed that robot. The robot couldn't do anything it was not told to do or programmed to do. It only gonna do what humans instructed to do. I'm excited for this right here. I can't wait to get down and start, reviewing stuff like this. We have one more topic to talk about, and then we're gonna be up out here.
You asked me this. When was the last time you've been to church? I'm gonna be honest, right? I feel like you shouldn't go to church if you just a habitual sinner. Why are you here and you was just all weekend? You just was living a whole, all weekend you was living like young thug. And then you want to come to church on Sunday and no. Don't. I feel like you shouldn't go to church until you're ready to really turn your life around and really be dedicated to the people. Because you in there with the people that ain't right. Going in there, the pastor preaching the word, you like, yeah, pastor, yeah. You just you about to leave here and go get. Come on, bro. You're going to hell for that. I'd rather stay out of church and wait till I'm ready to give my whole life to God.
I disagree with her. Y'all don't listen to this lady. In the black community, in the old school, they'll be like, don't listen to her. She got a spirit in her. That's that spirit talking, telling y'all not to go to the outlaw. Yeah. I'll be listening to her. Now, I get what she's trying to say, though. Like, she's trying to say, I guess, she don't play church. She ain't playing with God. She think that's playing with God. When you come to God's house, you looking for help. You need something to be, and if you're looking for sincere help, you go get the help, and you come back home and you work on yourself and go back and get a little more encouraging, come back home, work on yourself. So to her, she like, y'all ain't going home working on nothing. You going up in there playing with God and then going back home doing the same damn thing that you were doing before you came up in there. So the question is, when the last time you went to church? That's the question for y'all. Last time I went to church was about 3 months ago. I went to church and we ended up getting locked outside of the car. I almost got discouraged, y'all. We came out of church. Church was over. We had a great time at church. Get out there, and the keys locked in the car. The key fell out of the y'all got, if you got the keys with the button, the new cars, with the keychains, the key is inside of the keychain thing. Where the real key fell on the ground, and I pulled out the electronic one. So when I came to the car to open up the car, it won't open because the real key wasn't inside of it. So for a second, I got discouraged. We walked to the store, tried to get a battery. That didn't work. Then, we had to call a mechanic, and he came and broke us in an hour and a half later. But I was still so happy, and I had a great time at church. Do not listen to her. You go to church whenever if you were brought up in the church, or somebody has directed you to go to church, and you feel led to go, you go. You never know. You never know when your life will change. You just never know what you'll receive when you go to church. There's so much you going there for. You going there to get filled back up, to go back out in the world, to keep living. Some people they just getting through it day by day by day. They don't even know how. They just doing it. And before you just snap, you need something to calm your nerves, or you need to just get it out. Go to church. Some people get up there and get to that altar and just let it all out and leave it right there. That's all you need. Sometimes therapy ain't going to do it. Talking to a friend ain't going to do it. Mama ain't here to hold you through it. Grandmama ain't here. You need something before you break and lose your mind out here. Go to church. Ain't nothing wrong with going. Come as you are. That's why I don't like that. We've been talking about church people with nasty spirits. This is why I don't like church people with nasty spirits, because there's people out here that sometimes need to come to the house of the Lord and feel love. God is love. They need to just come in and feel it, because outside them doors ain't no damn love for a lot of people. A lot of disappointment, trauma, heartbreak. So when they come up in the church house with people that are not perfect, but they fighting against their own demons too every day, but they tend to make it up there at the church house. They need people that understand that. So when they get to the door, you throw your arms around them. I'm glad you came. That means you need help. I love churches like that. When I come up in there, you ready to receive people. You know there's people out there that need help. You know there's people out there that need loving on. And when they come through the door, you right there ready to throw your hands around them and let them know God was waiting on you. God is waiting on you. Don't listen to people like, oh, y'all, if you need them, you go. You go to church. Sometimes getting on your knees, it ain't help you at the moment. You got to go feel something. You got to get your cup filled back up. I don't care how many times y'all fall. You don't give up. You go back. You go back to the house of the Lord and you get filled up. I know I do. I find my way back there. So don't listen to that folks like this. Y'all find y'all way somewhere to church. And I know a lot of y'all be like, they just want y'all money. Well, don't get no money. If they give a good word, you ain't got to get no money. God going to take care of all that. Most churches y'all see, they still around. God going to handle it. God got them. That's why you find a church that is genuine. Try to find one genuine. If you don't know, ask God to lead you to one, and God will lead you to a one. If you haven't, go to church. You ain't got to. You can get online and pull up some word. There's plenty of pastors out there with good word. But find your way back to it for some peace out here in a world where there's not a lot of love. There's a lot of disappointment, heartbreaks, and trauma out here. All right, y'all, we've come to the end of the show today. Everything you heard today is not fact. These are just allegations brought to you through the media for laughs, giggles, and deep conversation and observation. All right, I would like to thank each and every last one of you for tuning in today. If you haven't, go follow me on all social media platforms. IG is the.jq.show. Facebook is Jaquavius Martin. And TikTok is the JQ Show. Thank you for tuning in. And I will see you all on Monday. Later.